In a healthy relationship, one of the most important, yet sometimes hardest things to do is to be open to reflecting on how our own actions and behaviors are impacting the other person, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, here's the rub. This is not a thing that we're born naturally capable of doing. It's actually a skill. And the way we learn this particular skill is usually through the modeling taught to us by our caregivers, which for those of us who may not have had caregivers who are super great at this skill, might feel like we're at a bit of a loss. This perspective taking skill is something, though, that can be taught with practice until it becomes natural and organic. That's the really cool thing about our brilliantly plastic brains. They love to learn and grow and expand. One of my favorite tools for learning how to step outside of ourselves and gain perspective on another's point of view or their world experience is a tool that I call stepping into another's world. This is a very easy to do tool, and just like when you're learning any new skill, it's best practiced when you're in a positive mindset and having positive interactions with people in the world around you. Don't do this when you're already in a state of emotional activation, because your brain's going to take off and go down a wormhole of difficult things rather than guide you in the opportunity to learn something new successfully. So this skill requires practicing zooming out from an interaction as though you're pulling all the way out and you see you and the other person on the ground below you, or you can even imagine that you're both on a screen. As you're zooming out, start making a mental list of everything that you know about the person you're interacting with. What do they like? What do they enjoy? What has their life been like? Who are they inside themselves? How do they navigate their world? What's their general emotional state? Do they tend to be cranky and grumpy, or are they usually optimistic? And you're just noticing the details of who this person is in a global way. Then you're going to zoom back into the interaction, but you're not going into your own mind. You're imagining that you're stepping into their world as though you're sitting down inside their brain. That's what I like to tell my patients. And viewing the interaction or that moment from that data experience, all that information that you just pulled up in your own data bank about who that person is, you're now experiencing the moment from their point of view. Why might they be interacting with you the way they are? Why might they be responding? Why might their body be in the posture that it's in? Why might their tone look or feel this way? What experiences from their past might be coming up with the content of the conversation? And now I know that this sounds like a lot, and little secret here. This is a really important tool that therapists use all the time. It's called mentalizing. But it's a really great skill to develop for yourself in your relationships. Notice one big important piece here. None of the information that you're sourcing up is about you. It's not about who you are in relationship with this person. It's not about what you like about this person. It's everything that this person has taught you about who they are in their life. And then stepping into their mind and experiencing the moment from that space. Once you feel like you have a sense of what might be going on for this person in that moment, then check it out. Verify. You can practice some of that reflective listening, but this time might be reflecting on a behavior or an emotion that you think might be coming up. Share with them, hey, as we're chatting, I was reflecting on this experience that happened to you a while back. I wonder if that's relating to what you're sharing with me right now. Ooh, that's going to make them feel very seen and held. You could be completely wrong, but the fact that you're paying attention to who they are and bringing that into this moment will deepen your connection, build safety, and enhance your intimacy with one another. This is a really wonderful tool. And just to circle back to what it is, you're zooming out from a present moment, gathering all the information you remember about that person, and then zooming into their experience of the world and witnessing them from this moment, right here, right now, with all that data. Why is this extremely important? Because in difficult moments, we tend to tell stories about other people's motives. We tell stories that align with our emotional truth that often misses the other person completely. Our emotional truth becomes the umbrella from which we are functioning. And that impairs communication in huge and important ways because nobody's being seen or heard. So the more you practice this muscle, this perspective taking skill, the better able you're going to be, the more equipped you will be in a moment where you're feeling emotionally activated or off, or when you're having a hard conversation with somebody, to zoom out and connect with perspective, which creates space for compassion, understanding, and kindness. So happy communicating and happy connecting. I look forward to seeing you soon.